In this video, we are going to build this URL shortener application. As you can see, the home UI just look amazing. And basically, let's try. I'm going to just copy this long URL in here and paste that. And basically, we can generate custom slug, whatever we want. Like for example, my starter kit like this. If I click sorted URL, as you can see, it just say like unauthorized. What does that mean? That means I have to sign in order to using the shortener. So let's try to sign in here, and now I'm gonna using GitHub, right? So after I sign in, it's basically will redirect me to the dashboard, and this is the link that I already using. And as you can see, basically we can see how much click we have, and also we have this copy functionality, we have this open into the browser, and we have this QR code. And the amazing part is I just create this all application in here using AI, right? I using AI and I using the starter kit in here. So it just works. Everything you see in here is just works out of the box. Like for example, I'm gonna copy this better out link. I'm gonna paste that. I'm gonna use a custom slug like better out docs, right? So let's click shorten URL, and here we go. We have that right here. The click is 0. I'm going to zoom in. The click is 0, so I'm gonna click that in here. Now the click should be 2, right? 1, I mean, right? If I click that again, now the click should be 2. Let's see. I'm going to refresh that. I'm not sure why this not works. Here we go, right? Let's try that again. Close, and we have 3. Okay, it just works basically. Let's try to build this using the AI. Alright, so in this point, I don't know exactly how the final project will look like. Normally, what I do on the first time when I want to build application using AI is just chatting with just free AI like a Gemini or ChatGPT. As you can see, I just asking, I want to build a URL shortener with Next.js and Prisma and better out. What do you think? As you can see, this AI just suggests this feature right here. There's a lot of features. And I just asking like, I don't want to like a complex shortener application, just make it simple. I think I want to create simple shortener app. What do you suggest the features? As you can see, it just suggests like 3 features or 4, I believe. First is the personalized slug. So user can basically generate the slug and also copy the clipboard and QR code and total clicks and also simple link management. So I like that. So I want to summarize the features, and here we go. We have these 4 features right here. So that's why I just want to copy this one. Just copy that features in here, and I want to just paste that to my OpenCode. So let's just open OpenCode on the VS Code. So I'm going to open my VS Code in here. So now typing command and then O, I believe, or yeah, O. And then in here, I'm going to create a folder. So I'm going to go to my document and then develop. So in here, I'm going to create a new folder called a sort in or whatever the project name you want. I'm going to click create. So let's just open it. Here we go. So now we own the folder, right? And what I'm going to do is let's try to open a terminal. And in here, I'm going to open the OpenCode. And what I always do when the first time I want to build an application is change this build to plan, right? So now I just want to paste this, come from the Gemini, and I'm going to say, I want to build this, use my Next.js template and hit enter. So let's take a look at the response. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see all the result in here. As you can see now, the AI is basically asking where is your Next.js template located. So I just forget that. So let's go to another terminal, and in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone all the Next.js Starter Kit code from the GitHub. So in here, I just want to click this code and use the SSH. I'm going to copy this URL, go to my Visual Studio Code, and in here, I'm going to say git clone, paste the URL, and I'm going to say dot, to make sure I just clone that on this folder basically. And as you can see, I'm done. So let's go back to OpenCode. As you can see, I just answered the AI question in here, like where is the Next.js template now in this folder. I'm going to say the template on this folder, and database I'm using local PostgreSQL, authentication using better out. I want to use first. So just answer all these questions. And now you can just hit enter. Just make sure you're still on the plan, because the AI will be make a better plan. So let's just take a look. The AI basically still don't know where the template is. So I'm gonna say I already clone it in this folder. Alright, so let's take a look what this AI generated. As you can see, all this plan in here, you can just read what this AI will do. As you can see, like it will be using the React QR code package to generate the QR code. Here, there is a question as well. As you can see, one custom slug. Should they be limited to a certain character like alphanumeric only? I'm gonna say yes. Question 2, I'm gonna say link experiment. Do you want to optional experiment date? I'm gonna say no. And for the question 3, anonymous link, should no login user be able to create link? I'm gonna say no. So users should be logged in to generate shortener link. So I'm gonna hit enter. Alright, so as you can see, now this AI is ready to generate the code, ready to build. Just say go and I will implement everything. But make sure you have to change this plan to build right now, and you can say like go right here and everything should be fine. As you can see, this AI is basically automatically create to-dos that what this AI want to do, like a first update Prisma schema and add QR code dependency and etc. So this is basically the AI will do. So what we need to do is just wait and see. Alright, so it's done. As you can see, it's like a 8 minute 21 second, and this is basically what the AI doing, like create this page right here, homepage, etc. with dashboard, slug, and also create this some modify on this file basically, and etc. So now what we have to do is try to running that. So we can say like npm run dev, right? It's basically will open localhost 3000. So let's take a look. Alright, so as you can see, the UI is just like the template. Some of these section come from the template. It's not deleted. I'm not sure why. So let's just go back to the AI, and I'm gonna say like this is my prompt right now. You not delete the UI from template, just remove it. Also some packets that you not use, just remove it, like upload things. Also all folder and file that you're not gonna use from the template. So basically my English is not good, but I believe the AI will understand what I mean. As you can see in here, I'm just doing some typo, like a just right here, etc. But AI will understand what I want. Like as you can see in here, this basically will remove the UI element from the template, blah, blah, blah. Just wait. All right, it's done. So let's take a look on the browser. And as you can see, it's basically just remove the template UI. And now we have this super basic, in my opinion. I'm not really like it, so let's just trying to go back VS Code and just make another prompt in here. This is my prompt. I just say like, please update the UI, make it modern, animated, and clean. Also for the authentication, just use GitHub. So let's hit enter. So now I'm going to get the GitHub client ID and GitHub client secret. So let's go to the settings, and I believe it should be on these developer settings, and we can create the OAuth apps. I'm going to create new OAuth app in here. For the application name, I'm going to say shortener. The homepage URL, of course, now is going to be localhost 3000. And for the authorized callback URL, I just forgot that. So let's go back to the better out. Let's open the authentication and go to the GitHub. Where is that? This one right here. And what we have to do, just copy this redirect URL. I'm going to copy that and go back to the GitHub, just paste it, right? That's it. So now let's click register application. Now we should see this client ID, and now we can generate the client secret. Just click this button right here. Just copy and paste the value on the environment variable. And of course, this uploading, I'm not going to use that. And basically the better out secret, we can generate that from the website of the better out. So in here, I can just click the generate secret, copy that, and go back to my environment variable and just paste that on the top right here. So basically this is just a random string, just paste that and it basically will works. And also my AI is just done, as you can see in here. Now you can run npm run dev and then update the environment variable. We basically have already doing this. So let's go back to node in here, and we can just restart the server like npm run dev. Let's take a look the result on the browser. All right, so in my opinion, it's more clean. Yeah, I just like it. So now let's try to click the sign in. I hope this is working. As you can see, the sign in page is just clean. I like it. As you can see, by sign in, you agree to our terms of service. And let's click the continue with GitHub. As you can see, it just works. How cool is that? So I'm gonna click authorize with my GitHub. Now it should be redirect me to the dashboard, but we get this error. Invalid hook. Hook can only be called inside the body function, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we can just copy all of this and paste that to the AI, and AI will fix that problem. Just say I get this error after success login with GitHub. Hit enter and just wait. All right, so the AI is basically fixed that problem. So let's go back to the browser. Let's take a look. I'm going to open localhost 3000. Now we have some warning in here, so we can just fix that later. But let's try to sign in. I'm gonna click the sign in. As you can see, I'm gonna click the continue with GitHub, and let's take a look what happened right now. Is that works? Wait, something wrong. So it cannot redirect me to the dashboard. I'm not sure. Let's go back, and as you can see, basically we just log in right now, but I'm not sure what happened with the sign in. There's something bug on there. So now let's click the go to dashboard right here, and as you can see, the dashboard it just look amazing. But I just want to say the bugs into the AI when I trying to log in. This is my prompt. The redirect not works after success login, but if I just go back to home and click dashboard, I can access that dashboard page. Fix that, right? So let's hit enter and wait again. All right, it's done. It's just like a 1 minute 22 second. Great job. So let's take a look on the browser, and I'm going to sign out first. Let's try to go back home, and I'm gonna sign in, right? And now hopefully it's redirect me to the dashboard. Super nice. Now we on the dashboard. So now let's try to put this long URL, paste that here, and my custom is blah blah blah, whatever, right? I'm going to make it bigger so you can see it. So now I'm going to click shorten URL, and here we go, guys. It just works. How cool is that? As you can see in here, we have this URL. We can copy that. We can just click this to just go to that URL. As you can see, it just works. And also there's a QR code as well in here. I can also delete that. As you can see, we have one click. If I click that again, we should have to click. That's just amazing. So let's try to just grab this long URL, put that in here, and I'm gonna say like starter kit, right? Like this. So I'm going to click shorten URL. Here we go. We have two links right now, and the click is 0. I'm going to click this right here. So let's take a look. Now we have one click. How cool is this? So amazing. How about the responsive? Here we go. The responsive, which just works, right? Nice. Because the functionality is done, now you can just try the application, like what you want to do in this dashboard. For example, if you click this QR code, it basically will make a bigger on the dialog. For example, you can do that. You can just play around with the AI and asking what you want to do, and it just basically will work. So you can go back to home and you're asking to the AI like, hey, please add like a background or whatever. It basically will works, guys. So let me just try to do that. All right, I'm going to add like a nice background on the home. My prompt is just really simple. Add nice looking background on the home page, simple and clean. So I'm going to hit enter. Let's take a look. All right, so as you can see, it's just like a 1 minute 20 second. Let's take a look at the result. As you can see, it's just nice. Look super nice, look professional, and all of this, it just works. As you can see, I can go to my dashboard. Everything is just works. You can just add any other features, like you can make this colorful, whatever you want, and that basically will works. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on another project.